I'm Anders Gyllenhaal, the Herald's executive editor. Today's Inside the Newsroom is actually about something outside the newsroom and just down the street, which is the 26th Annual Miami Book Fair, a remarkable institution that sets in motion an enormous undertaking here at the paper. Much of that is the work of book editor Connie Ogle, who begins preparing for the fair each year months ahead of time, reading the latest books and stockpiling interviews with authors, getting ready for 8 straight days of literary heaven. Starting with the Sunday paper, you'll find extensive coverage that Connie and her editors, Margarita Fitchner and Pat Andrews, along with a wide cast of Herald reporters, reviewers, photographers, and videographers, have put together. It ranges from a front-page story in the Sunday paper looking at how books are faring in the digital world to dozens of snapshots of favorite books in this week's Issues and Ideas section that's also online. And all this week, you'll find pieces on the books and authors on the front page in the Metro section, Tropical Life, and on MiamiHerald.com, where you will also find a searchable calendar and all the stories about the fair, plus special videos and photos. In the same way that the book fair lifts the spirit of South Florida each year, coverage of this event is just simply a gift to the paper. The fair fills our pages with thoughts from the nation's best authors, their stories, and excerpts. Quote, "We simply try to show the enormous range of authors that are coming," says Margarita. Connie is simply everywhere at the fair, which she's been covering for nearly half of its existence. I thought it might be good to pass along her advice collected in all those years as a reporter and a fairgoer herself. And her first piece of advice, not surprisingly, is to plan ahead. As she puts it, quote, "There's an overwhelming number of authors who come here, so get a copy of the schedule before you go. It's much better if you plan ahead than just go randomly." Second is, leave some room for surprises. As she says, "Some of the best sessions I've been to are authors I didn't know about. You can just wander in at the right place and time and see something that's just great." Third, don't be discouraged by the ticket requirements for the most popular sessions. There's almost always room for the standby line, she says. There's always people who don't show up. Next is bring some cash, since not all the booths take credit cards. Plus, bring a bag to carry books. Or you can buy one there, she says. You may think you're not going to buy anything. If you're a book lover, though, you're going to buy some books. And her last bit of advice is wear comfortable shoes. Connie certainly will be, and if you have questions or ideas for her as she goes about her work this week, here's how you can reach Connie. Finally, thank you for reading the paper and for your letters and emails and phone calls, and thanks for logging on to MiamiHerald.com.